Hello student, today I am going to teach you the new chapter that is in history first chapter when, where and how. Children, you have read this chapter in class 6th also and in class 7th also. In class 6th you have read about the history of ancient time and in class 7th you have read about the medieval period. Children, in class 8 we will read about the modern period. The main features of the modern period is that the modern period is characterized by a industrialization, urbanization, colonization, scientific process, rationalisms and humanisms. So children, let us see here what is given in our first topic. In the first topic, here it is said the frame under the modern history. Children, frame means to say the planning. So here it is said that we have studied in the previous class also the time frame of history in somewhat different in different part of the world. If we can see here in Europe, the historian they had divided the medieval period from 6th to 15th century. It means to say here that in the medieval period that has been started in according to Europe historian is 6th century and ended in the 15th century. But if we can see in India, this period started with the 8th century and ended with the 18th century AD. So that is India started witnessing remarkable changes in its political, economic, social culture from the later part of the 18th century. So the modern period that is extended roughly from the middle of the 18th century to the contemporary type, that is the period it cover about 250 years. Now the time frame under history also changed with the has also changed with the focus of study. So if we can focus of the study changes, a new set of dates become important. It means to say here that in history date is also very important. For example, the British historian they had focused on the rule of the Governor General of India, their activities, their policy, their achievement to study the history of India. So the activities of Indian and the condition of our society. So we needed another format for the study of our history. In the 19th century, many British historians, like one example is given here, like James Mill, who has written the book A History of the British India in 1870, were very critical of the Indian culture. Who was James Mill? He was a Scottish economic and political philosopher. According to him, he has divided history into the three periods. What were the three periods? Hindu, Muslim and the British. But the Indians were not satisfied with this because it was the division of the religions of the ruler. So the means to say the drawback of the division of gems was there because it was based on the religion of rulers. It ignored the significant historical development in the society, economic and culture. Now to clear this doubt and to clear the picture of the importance of history, historian now generally Indian historian they had now generally divided the history into the three period. What were the three? We all know: the ancient period, the medieval period and the modern period. In this chapter we will study about the modern period that has been started from 1750 AD after a independence. So here it is said that in the modern period the main growth of all the focus of modernity, it means to say like the science, equality, democracy, liberty, these all are the development. Since under the British rule, the people of India they did not have the freedom, equality and economic prosperity. So this division also has some problem. That is why some historians call this period as a colonial period. Thank you, students.